Be'ez Hashem Yisborach, we continue with the Hagdam of the Rambam to the Sefer Mishneh Torah, where he just finished telling us that when it comes to the halacha, not necessarily does the earlier one have the authority. If the later one sees fit that to a different opinion, then it would follow that. However, on that the Rambam qualifies. He says, the words I just said, that it's only lemisha das neitel dvarv, whether it be the rishon or the achron, are bedinim regarding the laws, exeris, the decrees for the conduct institutions, the minhagis, and the custom, shenischachu achar chibra Talmud, that were introduced after the compilation of the Talmud. But all the words of the Babylonian Talmud, all the Jewish people have to follow them. Every year we force every single city, every single state, to follow all the customs that all the sages of Talmud have been accustomed to. And to make their decrees to go in their institutions. Since all those words in the Talmud, all the Jewish people have agreed upon. And those sages that instituted or decreed or they custom or they made a certain judgment, and they taught that that's the judgment. Those are all the sages, Jewish people, or the majority. They're the ones who heard the tradition from the primary concepts of the Torah, generation after generation, going all the way back to our teacher Moshe Rabbeinu. Now, however, so what we were talking about is explaining that of the Geonik period, the period right before the Rambam, the Rishonim. Now, however, all the sages that came up after the compilation of the Talmud, and Uvanova either means that they understood in it or that they built from it, and their name came out with their wisdom. A Goin is someone that's incredible understanding of Torah. And all these sages that stood up in either the land of Israel or the land of Babel, Besvard in Spain, with Tsarfas in France, they all taught the path of the Talmud. They brought out to the light its hiddenness. They explained its concepts because it's very deep path that of the Talmud, very much so. The Talmud is written in Aramaic, which actually intermingled with other languages, because Aramaic was a very clear language to the people of Babel at the time when the Gemara was composed. Regarding other places, or even Babel in the days of the Geonim, people did not recognize that language until you teach it to him. So they needed these Geonim to explain it. And moreover, so too, there were many questions that were asked of Anchi Kol Ir Ve'ir by the people of every single city, to every goin that was in their generations, in their days, to explain to them the harsh, the difficult ideas that came up for them in the Gemara. They responded to them according to their wisdom. And the questioners, they gathered the response, and they made books out of them to understand them. So to the Geonim themselves authored in every single generation compilations explain the Gemara, which is what the Talmud is called. Some of them that they explain specific halachas. Some of them specific chapters that were difficult for people in their days. Some of them explain full tractates, and some explain full orders of the Mishnah. Now, they also authored halachas pesukas, set halachas binyas v'heter regarding what's forbidden, what's permitted, v'chiva pater, and what's liable, what's exempt, but devarim shashot tzrichlim, regarding things that the times needed, that they needed to author on. So that it could be close to the understanding for those that are not able to plumb the depths of the Gemara. And this is the work of God, that all the Geonim, the sages after the times of the Talmud, that they did, all the Geonim of the Jewish people, says the Rambam, from the time that the Gemara was authored up until this time, which the Rambam is the generation after that of the Rishonim. Shishana, what's the time that the Rambam is writing this? Shishana Shminis, which is the 8th year, Achar Meya ve'elef l'churban habayis, after 1,100 years from the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, or 1,108. Vishnas arbas alofim u'tisha meis u'shleishim v'sheva lebriz olam, and it's the year 4,937 years from creation of the world, which in the common era was the year 1,177. Now, The Rambam now says, what is he doing over here after he went through the whole Messiah from the beginning up until this point, explain what's the need for the clarity of the Torah. Now, Bisman Hazeh, in these times, says the Rambam, Takfu Hatzaris Yisaydas, there's been an incredible overwhelm of difficulties. And the pressing situation is on everybody. We have lost the wisdom of our sages, ubinas and statra, and the understanding of our understanding people have been hidden and been demolished. Therefore, those commentaries, v'halachos and the halachos, v'tshuvos and responsim, which were authored by the Goinim, and they saw that they explained things that they were understood. Already became difficult in our days. And people don't understand their ideas appropriately. A very few numbers. Enough to say the Talmud itself. That for sure I don't have to say how difficult they are. It requires an expansive intelligence, and a wise soul who's man arich in a long period of time. And then after that, then a person could know the appropriate path, but regarding things that are forbidden, that are permitted, and all the other laws of the Torah, how it is. But that's what the Rambam now tells us regarding the vision of his Mishneh Torah. It says, or shinasti masnai, because I have girdled my loins, ani Moshe ben Maimon Hasfardi, me, Moshe, the son of Maimon, the one from Spain, and I have relied on the rock, Baruch Hu, blessed, is he referring to Hashem, and I understood from all these texts, and I saw fit to author clear words from all these books, regarding what's forbidden, what's permitted, what's impure, what's pure, with all the other laws of the Torah, all in a clear language, in an abridged path, until the entire oral law is all organized in the mouth of everyone, without any questions, without any responses. You don't have any more like it is in the Talmud, this one says like this one says like that. Rather clear words, very close and appropriate, based on the judgment that was explained from all these texts and all these commentaries that were found from the days of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi up until right now. Until all these laws are revealed for the small and big ones alike, mitzvah regarding the halacha of every single mitzvah, regarding all the things that were instituted by the sages and by the prophets. The rule of it is as follows. So that no person should ever require another compilation in the world for the laws of the Jewish laws. Rather that this compilation gathers together all of the oral law with the institutions and the customs and the decrees that were made from the days of Moshe Rabbeinu up until the compilation of the Talmud. And the way it was subsequently explained to us by the Goinim in all their texts that they organized after the Talmud. If I called this compilation Mishneh Torah, which from the word of Sheni, it's like second in value to the Torah that was given by Moshe Rabbeinu, which in subsequent generations they called it the Yad HaChazaka because of the 14 Svarim that are in the Mishneh Torah, together with the words that it says by Moshe Rabbeinu at the end, Chol Hayad HaChazaka, the final words of the mighty hand. Because why is it called the second Torah? Because first a person reads from the written law, and then he reads from this one, the second Torah. And then he'll know all of the oral law, and doesn't have to read any other sefer between them. Now, the structure of this sefer, says the Rambam, and I saw fit to divide this sefer, this compilation, different halachas, all according to the context of the concept. And then I divide the halachas to different chapters in that topic. And every single chapter I divide to smaller halachas, so that it can be organized by a person by heart, by his oral recollection. So it all flows together. Now, all the halachas in every single topic, yesh min halachas, now there are certain halachas, shein mishpatei mitzvah achas bavad, there could be the laws of just one commandment, like for example the halachas of tshuva. It's just one mitzvah. V'ha mitzvah shishba dibi kabbalah harba, obviously, but it has a lot of words of tradition. V'in mifnatzma, but it's its own idea. V'yesh min halachas, now there are certain halachas, shein koilis mishpatei mitzvahs harba, that include many mitzvahs, like for example the laws of idolatry, there's many different mitzvahs. Im yu oisla mitzvahs kol ben yechad, all those mitzvahs are one topic. Because says the Rambam, because the division of this compilation was according to the topic, is not according to the number of commandments, like will be explained, the one who reads in the Sefer. Now the number of commandments of the Torah that apply to future generations are sheish meis or shleish esrei mitzvahs, what's called the Taryag, the 613 commandments. Mehen, from them, mitzvahs that say the positive commandments are Masayim Arba Mishmoina, Ramach, 248 positive commandments, and the simulhem, the mnemonic to remember that is minya barav shaladim, the number of limbs in the person's body. And from the Taryag, you have mitzvahs leisa say, you have the negative prohibitions, which are shleish meis b'shishim b'chamish, shasa, the 365 negative prohibition, and the simulhem, and the mnemonic to remember them are minyan mishnas hachama, are the number of the days of a solar year, which are 365.